Hey everyone, Kelly here. Welcome to day 27 of Squaretober, where I use a 4x4-inch piece of watercolor paper, make a small piece of art on it, and upload the video every day in October. Today I'm experimenting with Dr. P.H. Martin's watercolors. It's the fine art watercolors. They're made with the same pigments as regular watercolor, but they tend to be a lot more vibrant and concentrated. And because they're fluid, I don't know, I thought they would be good for this particular background that I wanted to do and for doodling on. So that's what we're doing today. I ran into an interesting kind of a situation with this hot press watercolor paper. Using so much water, it raised the grain. And the grain is shaped, well, the grain is basically has a texture of blue jeans, you know, that twill weave fabric. Anyway, I was concerned that it was going to detract from the painting and, you know, be distracting and really take away from it. In the end, I think it's okay, but you may be able to see right here how much texture that has, and that it has that sort of twill weave effect. In the end, I think it's okay because I'm doodling all over this, and the design really takes up so much of the composition that you don't notice the texture. But it's something I'm definitely going to be aware of in the future, and maybe next time I'll try it with cold press paper. But I just love hot press paper for the ability to doodle on top of it and have everything be so smooth. Whereas with cold pressed, it doesn't work out as well. I mean, it's okay. It just doesn't, you can't draw on it as smoothly, and sometimes the texture interferes with what you want to do. And for something like this that I really want to make finer lines on, cold press just doesn't work as well for me. And now, on a personal note, I just want to tell you about the skin condition you may have noticed on my hands. It's not cancer, it's not ringworm, it's not contagious, I didn't burn myself. It's granuloma annulare, and I'm just having a bad flare with it, and it's not going away quickly. But I am being treated for it, and mainly I just want to tell you what it is so it's not distracting, and I take its power away from it on this video channel and on my videos. And that's all. That's all it is. And back to our regularly scheduled programming. So in the candy front, I know I said I thought I might do some candy. I can't find anything without, I don't want to go hunting for it forever. So it'll probably be a future project. I have proven to myself that I cannot be trusted with basic candy. I got some spice drops, thinking just a little package of them, thinking that I could control myself and I wouldn't eat them. No, they were gone in a day, and I didn't paint them, so I will not be buying any of those again. Okay, you guys, I saw a documentary on YouTube, and I would have to go searching for it, but it's the most popular and hated candies for Halloween. And I don't know if you guys have any old relatives. My grandpa used to eat circus peanuts. You know, those orange, they're the most obnoxious looking things you've ever seen in your life. But well, as far as candy goes, maybe, I don't know, there are probably other more disgusting things you might have seen. But they're circus peanuts, and they're orange, they're shaped like peanuts. They're kind of like a marshmallowy thing, but to me, they have the consistency of shoe leather. They're so gross. Well, I was telling my younger son about them one day, and because he and I both like candies that other people might not like. Like, I love black licorice. I love it. But I also don't like what is that herb that they use? Cilantro. It tastes like soap to me, and I don't like cilantro. So I wonder if there's a gene, there must be something where some people like black licorice and some people don't. But I absolutely love it. And I love fennel in like marinara sauces. And oh, I love that stuff. But anyway, back on track. He likes candy corn, and that's another candy that was on this documentary of stuff that people either love or hate, but it's really popular for Halloween, and he loves it. And it pulled out one of his fillings. He had to go back to the dentist and get it fixed. And I told him, don't buy any of that stuff until, but I guess it's probably better that he did it early because we were able to get him into the dentist. But I don't know. Anyway, so back to the circus peanuts. I bought some for him to try to see if he would like them because my grandfather adored them. When I was a kid, they always had circus peanuts in a candy jar. And my grandpa, he smoked nonstop and he ate circus peanuts. So anyway, I tried it on my kiddo, and he ate 3 of them, which is more than I could have eaten. But he got through the first 2 and said, oh, no, can't handle it. Can't handle it. So, and we've eaten some pretty weird candy. We've tried all kinds of weird candy. Somebody, as a gag gift for his birthday, even gave him a bacon it was a bacon lollipop. I can't remember if it was just bacon flavored or if there were actually bacon bits in it. And I mean, that's some weird stuff. And I don't know, chocolate covered ants. Has anybody ever eaten those? I couldn't bring myself to do something like that. But as my high school science teacher said, it's just protein. And if you need protein and you're really hungry, you'll eat it. I think it's a hard pass for me. But anyway, you guys, this is going to be a longer video. I'm using a different camera because I bought this camera over a year ago, and it was supposed to be a really simple camera, and the problem is that the battery would wear out so fast. It's one of those mirrorless cameras, and it's supposed to be great for vlogging and all that, but my husband got me it's like an adapter that goes in it, so you take the battery out and then it hooks directly to AC. So I'm attempting to use it because the quality has got to be better than on my old little camcorder. But as you can see, the focus is hunting a little bit. I need to learn how to use my equipment. I think that I flipped a bit because the last video I did, the second half of it, I used this camera and I liked the results a lot. So I've flipped a setting somehow, and I need to, like I said, learn how to use my equipment a little better. But you might also notice that my sound is a little bit improved. I decided to put a sock on my microphone and get rid of the pop filter. So let me know if you can tell any difference in the sound. I really am trying to make better content, you guys. I want to explore this whole communications media. Like I said, I don't know about ever being like a big, huge YouTuber, but I really want to be able to communicate through video. And I don't know, there's a steep learning curve to a lot of this, but I'm up for the challenge. As you can tell, I like a challenge. I'm also going to have to find a better work surface for recording on because I thought that this corrugated it's not cardboard, it's corrugated plastic. I thought it would be really good because I could just wipe it off. but it stains like crazy. And I don't want to just, I have, I don't want to say ruined, but I really don't want to paint and do charcoal and things like that on my cutting board, my cutting mat, because I really do use that to cut. And I know a lot of artists record right on their cutting mat, but no, I think I'm just too messy. So I'm looking for another surface that will be durable and easy to clean. And it has to go over my cutting mat because I don't have another place for the cutting mat. It's on my drafting table, and that's just where it's going to have to go. But if you guys have any suggestions of, I don't know, some kind of surface I could put, I don't want to put glass on it. It needs to be lightweight. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I just need to embrace the fact that art is messy, and I'm not going to have a pristine work desk. And that is the reality of art, honestly. I don't know how these other artists do it. I see some artists and their workspace is so pristine. I honestly don't feel like I can function that way. I have to have everything around me. And if everything is put up so perfectly, there's something psychological for me that I can't handle that. Maybe it's kind of like I don't want to mess things up, or it's too clean. I don't know. It's kind of like the blank page, only it's a whole room. I don't know. Tell me how you guys work. Do you guys have to have a really organized, pristine environment to work? Or do you, and too much chaos? I mean, you know, everything in moderation. I don't know. Tell me what you think. I would like to hear what your experience is as an artist, what your work environment is best. What kind of work environment are you most productive in? I guess is what I'm asking in this very roundabout way. And yes, I know this is a very long video, and the reason for that is I can't speed this particular footage up. It gets, like I said, I flipped a switch somewhere. I changed a setting, and I cannot make this very much faster than it is originally, or it's very choppy. And I've got to learn my equipment. You know, Art 101, know your supplies, know your equipment. But anyway, you guys, I don't know about that. I just know I need to do it. So I'm really having a lot of fun with this piece. I just wanted to doodle a little bit, but I'm really enjoying color a lot. And so I pulled out, of course, like I said earlier, I pulled out my Dr. P.H. Martin Hydrus Watercolors. And then right here, I'm using the Pitt Artist pens. And I just got a bunch of sets of them. They come in like a set of 6 or something. And so I bought the sets that looked to me like I would use them the most. And so I basically just have kind of a well-rounded, I think I got 4 sets, so I've got like 24 pens for 24 different colors. And they're India ink, so they're not watercolor, they're not alcohol markers, they're India ink, and they're really fun to work with. I still need to learn how to really get good at working with a brush nib, but that'll come. I'm looking forward to the end of the challenge in a way because I want to do some bigger projects. Obviously, I don't always want to work on a 4x4 inch piece of watercolor paper. But this challenge has definitely made me think of some things I want to do, some bigger projects. And a new acquaintance has given me a little bit of a kind of a project to work on after this is over. And I'm going to share some of that with you as soon as I can figure out the best way to document it, considering that it's going to be a bigger, a bigger thing. But It's going to be probably graphite and charcoal. It's going to be a piece like that. It's a portrait, but it's also a fantasy portrait. So I'm excited to start working on that, and I'm sure he's going, when is she going to get started on this? But he knows I'm working on this particular challenge, and I don't know. I'm looking forward to sharing that with you guys, because I had so much. I know I keep talking about my drawing class. It was such a great experience, and I was signed up to take a watercolor class, and I went for a couple of weeks, but I think it was just geared toward people who had absolutely no background in watercolor. And I just couldn't see sitting in there for 16 weeks. So, and it wasn't the teacher. It was just, I don't know. I needed a little, it just wasn't quite the right fit. So, and it was a disappointment because I had such a great experience in my drawing class. And, you know, how many of us have been drawing for a million years? That should have been basic. But no, I really got a lot out of it. And so I'm looking forward to doing some more graphite and charcoal and pastels and actual drawing, maybe a little less painting. I hope you guys are up for that. Anyway, you guys, I will see you in tomorrow night's video. Thank you so much for sticking with me and your nice comments and the fact that you're still sticking in with this. Good luck, and I'll see you tomorrow night, you guys. Bye-bye.